As of this afternoon, the Palisades fire, which we are right now on the northern edge of, is the one that concerns fire crews most. Obviously, they are battling all the fires that are going on. You can see a helicopter that's used to drop water flying over this area. We're in Topanga right now. And what is happening here is there are two smaller fires which are moving up this hill and have been over the last hour or so. The firefighters here have been watching this, just tracking its progress as they prepare. Over the ridge, there is a community. There's a residential community. There's homes. That is, of course, what they are trying to defend. This is just one small part of the Palisades fire, obviously. But what they are trying to do for the entire Palisades fire is use bulldozers, in some cases using shovels, whatever they can to build a perimeter around the fire. So we've seen three drops from these helicopters of water just on this one spot in the last 10 minutes. There's a number of helicopters with water circling, trying to find the best locations for them to actually put down some water. But this is a persistent fire that's been moving up this mountain. It looked like the helicopters had put it out, but it keeps flaring up again. There's also spotter aircraft, spotter helicopters, which go around trying to assess where it is they should put water down. Over on this ridge, a large crew of firefighters, those are actually inmates who have volunteered to learn firefighting skills. They are working, clearing. You see the road they're on. That's a road likely created by bulldozers earlier to kind of create a fire line. They are now widening that road, clearing out more underbrush, and then they will move to other locations. But this is a very active spot. This is the northern edge of the Palisades fire. And there are certainly, because the wind has died down today, they're able to get a lot more air assets in the sky and a lot more water coming down. They've dropped a lot of water from helicopters over the last hour or so. It seems like the wind shifted and suddenly the fire just erupted.
Exactly. You know, afternoons they get the wind shifts up here. So that's exactly what's happened, and they had to vacate the line that we thought we were going to put in. So back to a contingency line, come down around these houses and just try to cut this bowl off.
You guys are doing incredible work. Is this the worst you've seen?
We're from Northern California, so this is a little bit different down here.
There's another fire now. There's a residential community right over here, but there is another fire, as you can see, on the other side of it. So there's a lot of different areas that crews are trying to work on. They're trying to kind of build a defensive perimeter around the entire part of this northern edge of this fire. But it is a very dynamic situation. It is changing. The good news is the wind has died down. They're able to get a lot of these air assets, but you know, just watching this one little tiny part of the Palisades fire, seeing numerous water drops on it, and yet the fire comes back. So it's a very tough battle right now. This is your house.
This is our house. Yeah, we bought it in 2013, and we lived here for 11 years. And we moved last year, but we rented it out as an investment property. And
this was your retirement.
This is our retirement. This is our nest egg. This is where we moved in when we got married. This is where our son was born. This was our house, and this was what we worked for. This was what we were going to use to retire. That was our investment.
You just got here. Did you know that it had?
We knew that both ends of the street were on fire, and our house was still standing as of this morning, along with these and the ones across the street.
It was standing until about 3 hours ago.
Yeah, and yeah. So when we heard that it was on fire, we drove over, and we heard that the firefighters were trying to put out the fire, and so we wanted to see for ourselves what the damage was. But it's gone. It's gone. It's a total loss.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. The governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him when he was governor. We worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it.
The devastating wildfires in Los Angeles reviving Donald Trump's feud with California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Overnight, Trump posting on Truth Social calling for the governor's resignation, saying, quote, "This is all his fault," end quote. Newsom taking a brief moment to respond while in the middle of the flames.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.